Innovation never sleeps. From Ghana to the world, the workday ends, but the momentum begins.
This is the forge for the next generation of global leaders.
Science, tech, engineering, arts, math, bridging the gap.
Welcome to STEAM After Hours. Today's engine is starting now. Invest in the future today and help us make a difference. Learn more at gyisf.org.
Okay, guys. So, where am I? Okay, so guys, thank you. Now that we are here and ready, this is there's been some changes on our Friday session name. If I wanna be honest, so we have changed the name from the STEAM After Hours to what is it called? The Global STEAM Plug. And the reason for the name change, calling it the Global STEAM Plug, is that we thought about it that if we are trying to be reaching our US community, it's 3 p.m. now, right? So making it a global STEAM, making it the STEAM After Hours is defeating the purpose. And so with that being said, we now have a new name for this weekly Friday session. And we will be doing this every Friday. And then as time goes by, we will take a break for the STEAM Fest. And after the STEAM Fest, we will continue. And the reason why we are going to continue with this is because we want a situation whereby we are equipping our youth, our community, businesses on everything that relates to workforce development, in addition to how will I put it? Workforce development, in addition to everyone having the skills, being able to answer questions that relates to college application, SHS conversations, all those things. And so what we plan to do is that through this initiative, we are going to be bringing as many conversations around our uh, as many conversations that will help our youth and also businesses. So I hope this makes sense on why we decided to change the name so that we can cater to a broad audience. Because if somebody hear it and they learn and they realize that, oh, it's after hours, that means maybe it's fully Ghanaians, but it's not only for Ghanaian students. And so that is the reason why we decided to change the name so that at least we can reach out to as many people as possible. I want to know if there's any question for me on that end before we continue with this. Any questions or concerns? Okay, so if there is no questions or concerns, the next thing is share with you guys what has been transpiring or going on with the Steam Fest and being able to answer any questions that may pop up as we are about to start our session. Okay, so I want to first of all use this chance to thank our partners and sponsors, which I will be sharing their logos and everything. Hold on. Why is my computer freezing? Oh my goodness. No matter how I prepare for this day, something happens. Oh Lord, have mercy. Mm-mm-mm. I am so sorry, guys. My mouse is not moving like it normally does. Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'm still trying to make it work. Oh my goodness. Hmm. Sorry, guys. Okay. So share this Google Meet. Share this Google Meet. Okay. Okay, so with that being said, before we start, we want to thank our partners and sponsors. And for today, let me make it bigger so you guys will see. Okay, so we have Adom Eye Technology to thank. We have Global Glow Luxury Travel to thank. We have Omega Doors and Locks. We have Abanaut Business Solutions, Glow Kiss Events, Mama Carol Foundation. Um, we have the Steam Startup and Love and Labs, and of course, expanding Partners International is the organization that is behind this event. And then we have Abna Apianyama Real Estate. We have Sankofa Children Museum of African Culture, Step of Faith LLC, Afro Males Foundation, and then as I was saying that there's been some a little bit update. So it's like Global Young Innovators Team Fest and health screening. We are making sure that the health screening is also attached to the name of the event so that people understand that it's not only for Esteem Fest, but also an opportunity to have people get their health check and stuff like that. And so we have the DAF, Diaspora African Forum, which is their Youth Empowerment Training Center. We have GlowFam Association. We have STEM Embassy to thank. And then I think that's it. And so now somebody might be asking, why are we here? What is the purpose of all these stuff? So on July 11th, we are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are having the Global Young Innovators Team Fest and Health Screen. So it's happening at Eastern Region at the Chevy Presbyterian College of Education, June 11th. So this is going to be a consist of one professional and business exhibition. We will have a grand challenge. Right now, the challenge, whoever is joining the challenge is already done. If you are interested, next year, around October this year, we will bring more information about it for how you can join for next year. Community Wellness Pavilion that we will be doing a health screening and a whole lot of creative spectrum that you can be able to enjoy. We are working on bringing over 20 STEM or STEAM stations where our youth community families can really enjoy. There will be some live performance. We are looking for performance. And so if you're interested, check the link at the bottom part. You will get more information on that. We are looking for that. And also we are going to, we are opening at schools that want to come and showcase their exhibitions and their innovative work. We are looking for you, high schoolers. We are also looking for organizations that want to have a table. Please reach out. And we are also looking for partners. And so this is just a brief, there will be STEAM competition, live performance, interactive workshop, exhibition, food and drinks that you can buy, and also the health pavilion. So that is just that. And for today, we have Mr. Ron Tete with us, and he is going to teach us how to navigate the ABC of using Canva. Many of us know about Canva, but do you really know what it takes to really use Canva. And so that is what we are going to be working on. And so I am done with my long introduction. And so now I'm going to yield to Mr. Ron. And then those who are watching and asking, Ron is a senior. He's graduating from SHS, which is he Prempeh. Was it not Prempeh? What's it called? Legon. Already, so I forgot the name of the school. Forgive me. And so Legon
It's
Persec.
perfect.
Yeah, thank you, Legon Persec. So he's one of you guys. You know, he's one of you guys. He's a youth. He loves tech. He loves giving back, and so he's here. And so if you're a student right now and you have some skills, you know, you have some things that you know how to do, reach out and then let me know, and I'll give you the chance to come and share with your peers right here. Okay. And so with that being said, Ron, over to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Madam Tisha. As said earlier on, today we're going to go through the basics of Canva. That's learning our way through Canva and hopefully being able to design some products by the end of this session. All right, so I'm going to begin by sharing my screen with you so we can have a look at some slides.
Please, we can't hear.
Ron, if you are talking, we cannot hear. If you are sharing your screen, there's nothing going on.
I'm coming, I'm loading up the slide. Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Sorry,
Yes, please, we
sorry.
can hear you.
Okay, sorry for the delay. Okay, so this is the ABC of Canva, and we're going to go through a structured study guide for creative professionals and educators. So, how many of you know what Canva is? Hello? Do I have any hands as to what Canva is? Well, basically, Canva, yes, also. Please unmute and speak up.
Oh no, you were just asking about how many of us know about Canva, and you said
Yes, and I'm also asking, do you know what it is and what it's used for?
yes, actually. So
Okay,
what I
so
know, Canva is one of the I don't know application or this thing that we use mostly for editing and then for presentation. Like it's like a
For
you can use it
graphic
for
design.
presentation, then photo editing and other aspects.
Okay, good job over there. Okay. So as Owusu said, Canva is basically an online graphic design and editing software. Its primary use is for creating and editing documents such as flyers, magazines, and so on. But now it can be used for more than that to create and edit various images and videos. Okay, so we're going to go through the foundation of the interface and literacy. So I'm going to open my Canva and I suggest that you also open your Canva. Okay, so do we all have Canva open? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Yes, please. We have
Yes,
it.
please, you have it open. Have you created your accounts?
Yes, please.
Owusu, do you have an account?
Oh yes, please.
How about Angela?
Yes, please.
Fatima? Okay, so when you look at the dashboard, we have various buttons over there. We have the create button. Now, when you click on the create button, right, it asks you create a design and it has some quick actions over there that we'll get to later in this session. So you can create the presentation design, something for social media, that would be Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat or Twitter, even LinkedIn. You have the photo editor where you can use various apps to edit your photos, such as the background remover, magic eraser. The majority of these are all premium features. We have the video editor that helps you create videos, documents editor that helps you create and edit documents, whiteboards, whiteboard which is used to collaborate with a team. We have sheets. So this actually Canva sheets that allows you to construct tabular data, such as Excel or database formats. We have websites. Now, the website is one of the new features that has been put into Canva that allows you to create websites using images. Instead of hard coding, you can actually bring out all of these images and place them to your liking in order to create a website. Then we have emails, how to create emails using Canva. Now, you also have the project section. So any project that you make is going to be stored in this section. As you can see, when I clicked on my projects, all of my projects that I've done within my time on Canva have shown up, including this very presentation that I made with Canva. You have the brand toolkit. Now, yet again, this other premium version that helps create toolkits for brand. And by toolkit, what do I mean? So we have the brand templates. That's specific arrangements of designs for that brand. You have the brand logo, the brand colors, fonts, voice, photos, graphics, and icons. Can anyone give me an example of a brand toolkit? Hello. Usu, David, Angela, any idea?
Please, the question again.
Okay, so the question is, can anyone give me an example of a brand toolkit? Okay, so I think I'll save you all over there. So if you take Google into example, Google has its own specific logo. That's the colorful G, right? And it has a set of colors. That's the red, yellow, green, and blue. Let me share this with you. So if you look at Google right here, there's a specific logo, and these are the colors for Google. Now, Google has all of these specific designs that when you go anywhere, you'll be able to view them. For example, this design particular is with Google News, as you can see over here. And sometimes it's with the email. If you look closely at my profile over here, you can see a circle formed with the individual colors of Google. So that's the brand toolkit. That's the brand toolkit of Google. And they are not the only people that have this. Various companies have this. That's to put their recognition out there. So if you see this colors or this symbol, you know it belongs to this particular brand. That's a brand toolkit. Slogans or taglines are also involved. That's what builds the brand. And that's what the brands are noticed for. Okay, so we have gone through the basic parts of the dashboards. Now let's go through some basics by actually doing something. So for creativity, I like to go to this site. For creativity purpose, I like to go to this site. That's basically helping me test myself. So it's called Random Project Generator. So you go to the first link, then you choose a project type to start with. So right now, what we're handling is Canva, right? So Canva Design Essentials, click on it. Canva Design Essentials. Enter your current town or city and generate your project. Now, what we have to do is make Firefly Makerspace. So, greetings and congratulations. Greetings and congratulations on your first day at Fire Makerspace, an amazing store in the heart of Medina with 30 years of history. The founder's daughter, who recently took over ownership, has many innovative ideas to bring the business into the digital age. Your mission is to create all designs and marketing elements to support your vision. Be prepared for a whirlwind of creativity as the client has numerous ideas and expects speedy execution of high quality work. Hold on tight. This exciting creative journey promises to be a thrilling adventure. So that's our tax account. to create something for Firefly Makerspace. So we're going to kick it off with a flyer. So I want you all to mimic my movements in this. So click create, then type flyer. Flyer in A4 portraits. Click on that. Now, let's look at the dashboard that we're left with right now. So we have our A4 sheet over here, our digital A4 sheet over here. We have the home button, which sends us back to the main dashboard. We have the power button, which has various actions such as create new design, upload files. That's to put pictures from your PC onto Canva on the internet. We have settings where you can choose to show ruler and guides and some other functions. Accessibility, that's to check design accessibility. So when we say a design is accessible, that means anybody in any capacity can read it or view it. So if the person has bad eyesight or the person is disabled in some manner, he or she won't have any problem viewing it. We have save, that's to toggle between where your file should be saved. So right now, all changes are saved, make available offline. That's to make the file you are working on currently offline. You need to change the position of the file from one folder to another, make a copy, download, print, and so on. Now, the thing that makes Canva so accessible is that majority of the commands are literally their titles. So if you say resize means you are changing the whole size of your worksheet. So if I choose to resize this right now, it's currently in A4, and click resize your design, then you can change the format. So since we're currently in A4, let's try and change it to A3. Click on A3 over here. But this is a premium feature, right? So best thing that you should do is find the correct size you choose to work with, because you won't be able to resize in this case unless you have the premium feature. Now editing, that's to change your work view. So you can either be in the editing mode, commenting mode, that's to give feedback, and viewing mode, that's read only, where you cannot make any changes. Please, does anyone have any questions so far? Hello. All right, so I think that's a no. So moving on, we have the flyer already set up. Okay. Okay. So let's create a flyer. So it's for Firefly Marketplace. So add a text box. And let's increase the size of the text box by dragging along this dot over here. So raising it. You can move it about using this pen. Okay. Now, majority of you will be asking, how are you going to create this design? Now, there's something called templates, right? Now, the template just basically provides an image for you to work with. It's someone's idea that already exists that you can mimic in order to get your desired design. Okay, so I'll put our topic there. Fly images, please. Okay, so when you hover over your left top left corner, you have the template section. Now, these are things that are already existing, created by people. So while looking for something in relation to a Firefly, so you put in describe your ideal design, looking for a fireflies. Then you click search. So sorry, we couldn't find any templates on Firefly. Try searching something related. But they're probably giving us Firefly elements. So let's try Makers Please. Makers Please. Still nothing. Okay. Now, these two words are keywords that help with a generic idea of what we're supposed to create, which is a flower for a firefly Makers Please. So let's try and find synonym for the word maker please. Okay, so I've googled synonyms for Makers Please. We have workshop, studio, innovation lab, hacker space, hack space. Okay, so let's go back to Canva and see what we can pick up with this synonyms that were just gotten. Okay. So the first one that caught my mind was studio. Okay. So we have a studio. We have a lab. We have a lab. We have a workshop. And we have innovation. Okay. So overall, there are only two designs that caught my eye. I don't know about you, but that was when I typed in workshop. Okay. So after you find the templates that you want to work with, you click on it. So let's go with this. Then click add as new page. When you click add as new page, it puts in another page other than the previous one. When you click replace current page, it discards the page that you already have there, the one that reads Firefly Makers Please. So let's add as a new page. And there we have it, our design templates. Okay. So the statement given to us was that the Firefly Makers Please is having a new lead. It's in the owner's doors now. And we are supposed to design a flash to alert customers that this change is ongoing. Okay. So does anyone have any suggestions as to how we should go about this? Hello. Does anyone have any suggestions as to how we should go about this? Hello, David. I think you wanted to say something.
No, please, we can move on.
So you don't have any idea as to what image or how the poster should look like. Okay. So moving on.
Okay, what I want.
Yes, David, I'm listening.
Can we design it without the template, or you prefer for us to use the template?
Yes, we can design it without a template. You want us to go through that method first?
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, so there are two ways. If you have an idea, you can do it from scratch. But if you don't, you can look up the templates. That will help you gain ideas or maybe find one that you want to work on and fit it to your standard. But we'll go through both of them. So currently we're going through the template method.
Okay.
Okay. So in each Canva workspace, you have something called element. Yes.
Please, what is the name of your template? The one you use.
Okay.
Or can we use any other?
Yes, you can. So pick a template that matches that, and you watch as I work on my own. Then you use the same steps I use to work on yours.
Okay.
Everything. So currently focus on what I'm doing so you get the basic concept and idea as to how the whole software works.
Okay.
All right. Okay, you can mute yourself. All right. So Firefly Makerspace. So on the Canva worksheet, we have something called elements. Now, someone will ask me what is an element in Canva. Now, elements just basically refer to the foundational or pre-made design in Canva. So they include the graphics, photos, page, videos, and audios. So they are all elements. So, for example, over here, this is an element. This is an element. Everything that comes together to form this is an element. Right? The text, the graphics, everything. Okay. So we're going to need something that shows Firefly Makerspace. Now, the Firefly is an animal, right? So let's get elements in relation to that. So you go to the elements, click on it, then describe your ideal elements. So I'm looking for something called Firefly. Firefly. Then you click search. Now, either you go for a graphic image, right? Go for a photo, a Firefly, or you go for a video. You also have sheets. But currently for a Firefly, there's nothing like sheets. So let's pick a graphic. So let's pick up this. You have to drag and drop it. You have to drag and drop the elements you want to use. And let's check this also. All right. Let's also pick this. I'm liking this design. We can combine the two. Okay. So now these are the elements we're going to use for Firefly to show the Firefly with face. Yes. Now let's also go on to a makerspace. So the basic idea of a makerspace is a laboratory or workshop, right? So let's get things that require a workshop. So let's start with looking for a workshop graphic. So the graphics, we have this that signifies a workshop, like the basic term workshop that you have. It teaches you how to fix items and so on. Maybe this issue. All right. This actually good. All right. So right now, what we're creating is something we call a mood board. Now, a mood board are the basic elements that you like that will enable you to achieve the desired design. Now, wow, I'm looking to make a design that will help people know that Firefly Makerspace is getting a change of management. So let's rearrange this. So I like it. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm moving the elements to the various sections. The text. When you click on the text or any elements and press the delete key on your keyboard or the backspace, the element gets deleted. Just like that. So try and press any elements on your worksheet and press delete. Can I do that? Hello. Hello.
Yes, please, we are listening.
Yes, I'm saying that. Could you click on any element and press the delete key on the keyboard to delete that element? David, can you do that?
Hello, he said,
Halim,
hello.
yes, David.
Okay.
David, I can hear you.
Can't hear anything. Hello.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, so moving on. I'm going to rearrange this. So I click on it, and this button is used to change the orientation. So as you can see, I can change the orientation like this. David, please mute yourself. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my main header. right? So I'm creating space by moving this element down, moving everything down. Moving everything down. So let's resize this to make it a suitable header. Making sure it's straight by making it to a 90-degree angle. That's and making it bigger. Okay. Now these lines, these dotted lines, help you with positioning. Now I know where you can see the dotted line in the center. So the dotted line helps you align each element with reference to a specific element. So right now, if you watch as I move this, right, it's putting it directly in the middle of really great site.screen. If I shift it to the left, it's trying to put it in line with the other highlighted element. So currently it's in line with July. So if you want to automatically put it at the same time, what you have to do is right click to align to page and center it. So currently it's at the top center of the worksheet. Now let's put a text over there. So you know how to put a text. I already showed you. Think about the text, then add text box. Now you can move the text box to wherever you want to put it. So in my case, at the top of here. Then let's put an item over there. Where? So Firefly Maker Space. Like space empty like arrows. Maker Space. Okay. Now with the Firefly Maker Space, some of you might say it's too small, so let's increase the height of the text. You can see the text size in this over here. There's the same thing that you see in Microsoft Access, Microsoft, any editing software. Same that's one at the top. You can change the font now. So anything over here. Price Craft 3T, Firefly, and so many others. Names that I can't even pronounce. Okay. So I think this would be a nice font style. And you can choose to do the change to current page or all pages. So right now we only had the change to be for this page. So current page. So you can say point change on this page. Okay. Now the size is all right for me. But I want to make it something fun. So I click on Firefly Maker Space and I go to effects. Now when I go to effects, I can put some various effects such as drop. Blue. That's make the change blue. And you can increase the intensity of it. If I were to put this text on the white sheet and increase the intensity, you are able to see the changes over here. Same thing for Apple. Neon, glitch, increasing the glitch effects. Like that is glitching like a sports screen. You can also switching the colors away to make it glitch in dark green and maybe yellow. Glitching, change the color effect. So right now the main effect I want to put is a curved effect. So let's put in the curved effect over here. Click on curve. Then you can increase the bend, the degree of bend. So over here, decrease on it, increase on it. So let's keep it like this. Then you click on the worksheets. So Let's move it back to the center. Start apply makers please. And let's start it. So you click on the three dots or you right click it, align to page, center. Principle. Okay. So let's put this graphic over here. Like partners. If you want to make a copy of this, press Control plus D, then makes a duplicate. Then you can move it once again to make a copy of it. Instead of Control C, Control V, that's copy and pasting. On Canva, you can do Control D. Now, we are supposed to get these elements we put over there into the main work we're doing over here. Right? But yet again, you also have to convey the main information that it's a handing over session. Okay, so let's move the other elements out of the way. So let's move this out of the way. Text over there. Text. And let's resize this, make it our main body. Okay. Now, some of you are wondering why this element is on top of this. Now, in Canva, we have something called layers. We have something called layers in Canva. Now, if you say something is layering something, it basically means it's on top of one another. So what layer helps you to do is to stack elements on top of each other. So right now, this element has been stacked over this. So if you want to layer something or put something on top of one another, you right click on the elements. Then you move to layer. Now you can bring it to front, bring it forward. So depending on how many layers you have. So right now, if you bring it to front, that means that'll be the first thing you see. So bring it to front. So you see currency is on top of the Firefly makers please. Now let's send it to back. Right click, layer, send to back. That's how layers work. Okay. Now, I'm not realizing what I'm doing over here, but currently arrange the elements to look like a firefly. Right. So let's put in another text where we tell the customer something that we are changing ownership. So let's say due to the 60th anniversary of Firefly Makerspace. Makerspace. TLACE. We are currently under management. Okay, entering the beach. So this is the current text that we have. But right now, this doesn't seem to fit in with the whole design. So what I'm going to do is press Control A to highlight the text, particularly in the box. And let's go to the effects and see what we can do over there. So in the effects, let's put in a 70 design. So 30. And so it's loading over there. And exits. Okay. Then let's make the text fit in with the body elements. So reducing it and putting it at the center, using the guiding lines and increasing the height of it. Okay. Okay. Now, let's try and see how we can incorporate the elements we previously selected. We have the jar. Here's the jar up. Size. And let's tilt it out of this. Something like this. Put in the comment value. Let's bring about these items, which looks like a swarm of fireflies. And send to the top over here. And then here, I think I'll pick this about everything that is selected. So instead of moving it across pages like this, you can actually Control C to copy it and move forward. Click on the desired location and Control V and appears. Okay. Now, some other functions we can use in Canva would be the grouping. Now, this is actually 2 elements, right? So, in order to view the number of elements you have in a specific page, right? Press Alt +1 on your keyboard. Then you can see the current elements you have beside you in the pop-up menu. So as you can see, as I go to different pages, the number of elements changes. Right. So on page 2, which is our current worksheets, we have the gear elements. We have the swarm of fireflies. We have the jar, the text, the pom-poms, text again, and these things over here. So I want this to look like a shower all over this area. So I'm going to pick it up and move it over. Now, something like this would be all right. Let's make it bigger so I can cover a massive area. But currently, it's blocking the text over there. That's saying firefly makerspace. So what we're going to do is reduce its transparency. So when you click on it, there's something called transparency over there. You click on transparency and you can reduce it so that we can make it see-through but visible. So somewhere around 39 seems reasonable. So currently this is like a sprinkle of glitter, or let's say there's sunlight coming in. But you, the designer, actually knows that it's a bunch of fireflies in the night. All right. Then let's reduce the size of this because it has to be equivalent to what's on the left side. That is the jar. Is the heights. It looks reasonable. Okay. Let's add the location. So initially in the design there was this. So there's a bar. Then the dates are there. Then the location. Anywhere, states, any city, anywhere streets, any city. Okay. So now these 3 elements are usually together because they are supposed to be level 1, 2, 3. So these 2 texts and the line dividing both of them. So on this sheet, I'm going to bring these 3 elements over here using drag and drop. Elements down here. All right. Now there's this function in Canva that we can use to make all of them become one. So I'm going to select them like the way you do normal selection on the desktop. Select it, then click group. So this makes it one. So I can move all of them at the same time. And any edit I do to one is going to affect all. But we can't put this over there at the top because it's not inline. So all I'm going to do is make it inline first. So bring it down. Then we ungroup it. We ungroup it, we try as much as possible to make it inline using the guidelines I spoke about earlier. So we'll go over the elements and let's drag it. So you can see the guideline guiding to make it in line with the base of the bar. It's the same for the location. The base of the bar. Now let's group it so we can move them all at once and the arrangements will be distorted. So then we're going to move them to the bottom over here. All right. Move them to the pan anywhere you want to place it. Place it. So this is directly where it should be. So we are done with the first file. That's the file fly because please got the pom-poms over here and everything we chose to work with. Now there's something called lock. Now assuming we want to keep this design permanently at this location, right? You have to press Alt-1. So we get a good view at the design we want to pick at. So we want to pick this design. So you can click over here, right, and click lock. So what this does is it doesn't allow you to move this element from its current positioning. That's what the lock feature allows us to do. Now, on top of here, we have page 1. That's the page number. We have the lock page. That prevents you from moving any and everything on the page as a whole instead of locking each individual element. We also have duplicate page, which makes a direct copy of the page I'm working on. So when you press duplicate page, it duplicates your page for you. You can press delete and delete the entire page, or you can press add page, that will add a new page for you. That's what I said earlier on. Now, what I want us to do right now is to make a duplicate of the page and let's work on some editing. So, assuming there's this specific part of the image that I want to just erase, right? What we're going to do is click on it, on the templates, the main templates, right? And click on edit above right here. When you click on edit, it brings you up these tools. Now, as you can see over here, these things have crowns in there. Now, what the crown is just an indication that it's a premium service, right? But you can maximize Canva without premium service. So let's get to the eraser parts. Okay, so I click edit and move about over here. So you might be able to click the main background. If you are not able to click the main background of your worksheets, you will not gain access to the erase button. Everything. All right, so eraser and the pixel eraser. So you can increase the size over here. This is the eraser, it's a circle form. And what you just have to do is go over the part you want to erase and click. Also, click, 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 click. Now, if you have erased too much, like the way I've done right now, don't worry. Either press Control Y on your keyboard to restore, or you can hit the restore button. So let's press restore. Then it just basically restored everything that we did. This the image of our student. The circles you see over there were deleted. That's because the show original is on. So click restore. Then you undo everything. All right. So does anyone have any question so far?
Okay, I think the template that you are using is premium one, so we can't get access to it, but we are following.
Oh
I'm
no,
trying
it's
to
not a premium
design.
template. Okay, so do you mind sharing what you have done so far? Mr. David,
Yeah.
please do you mind sharing with us what you have done so far? Sharing your screen.
Okay, I'm using phone and then
Okay,
PC as well. So unless I connect the PC,
okay,
so let's
okay.
continue.
Um,
Ah,
okay. So please, can anyone share their work with us in hope for any guidance? Yes. So can anyone show me your work?
All right, good evening, everybody. I just joined at the latter part, so I will go over the recorded version again, and then I believe by next week when we come, I will be able to represent something. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we want to thank Ron for allowing his time to come and share his knowledge on Canva. And yes, he will be back. What do I even say? Ron is also the founder or the co-founder of Steam Startups and Lab. Okay, so as those of you who know, I just love engaging with the youth and the young guys and girls and just seeing all the amazing things that they are working on. And I'm sure David and Prince, when you guys get to connect around to you, going to love him the way I'm also crazy about him, as I'm also crazy about David and Prince. So I want to thank you guys. And before we end, I want to share that this coming July, we are hosting our Global Young Innovators STEAM Fest, which is happening in Kibi or Chebi in the Eastern region. So just throwing it out there. So if anybody is in the community nearby and stuff like that that want to come and just immerse yourself in the arts and crafts and STEM related stuff, music, community driven or community focused. We are going to have over 20 innovation stations that the students, the youth, the community can get to explore. We will also have music competitions and all that stuff. We are coming with 20 so let's say 20. We are coming with about 12 people from the US, right? So just to make sure I'm making sense. 12 people from the US who are also there in high school. And this year we are coming with some college students also. And so as we are at the Steam Fest, they will also be having tables and also giving some showcase of the skills and the talent that they have. And so just sharing a little bit about it. And so don't forget Global Young Innovators Steam Fest happening this year, July 11th at Kibi Presby College of Education. So
Education.
if you are interested, you can check out the website. Link is on at the bottom of the screen. And July 11th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will have health screening and also Innovator STEAM Fest. So if you are a school, organization, a business that wants to join us and showcase some of your skills and talent or your innovative work, this is the place to be July 11th, okay? And so thank you guys. Before we end today, I want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors and partners for allowing us to engage our youth and community. And so with that being said, let me make this thing large. So I want to thank Adam. Oh, did it close? Oh my God. Okay. I want to thank Adam I Technology. Um, what happened? Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
No, it's not
No,
showing yet.
It's not right.
no, we can't see your screen.
Let me exit out. That's not good. Okay, hold on. My computer is sick of me for real. Hmm. Oh, okay. Since it's acting up, I'm just gonna and why is it doing this? Hmm. But you guys can hear me, right? Okay. I feel like it just locked me off. Okay, what just happened? Can you guys hear me? Am I still here?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But you can't see my screen.
No, it's not showing. Your screen is not showing.
Okay. My Chrome is acting up. It has frozen. It's not. So if anybody can end the session for me, please, because we are done and I was trying to end it, but I'm gonna just shut the computer off. Mr. Sam, can you please help end the session? Okay. Sorry.
All right. So, guys, thank you all for showing up, and then we'll meet next week again, same time, Friday. Thank you. Good night.